Yep. Oh, I am trying to find the light and lower these windows. Oh, God. I'm in my childhood bedroom, so forgive me. I had another commenter where somebody was like, the math ain't mathing. If you let more people into the park, then it's going to be more crowded. How do you not get that? And what that person fails to understand is that the argument is that less people will go to the park without reservations. Let's talk about the two arguments. On the one hand, people think that if we eliminate reservations and we let anybody buy a magic key, we go back to how things were before, it'll be overrun, it'll be too crowded, you'll never be able to do anything, and it won't be fun anymore. Then there's the other group of people that think like this and think actually reservations are creating a false sense of urgency and or making people feel pressure to go and stay all day, especially people who have less reservations with a smaller tiered pass. They almost feel like, well, I have to make these 2 reservations, and then when that day comes, they really feel compelled to honor them because they only get 2 reservations. So the logic says that if you're required to make the reservation, you probably are going more often than if you didn't have to in the first place. I didn't initially agree with that second one. I usually was in the first camp, but the more I think about it, the more this actually makes sense. When you create scarcity in any business, you create inflated demand for that thing. I've mentioned it before in other TikToks that when you make something scarce, when you make something hard to get, it makes people want it that much more. That's why people desire luxury brands, even if the inherent item is not any nicer than something that's infinitely cheaper. Same thing with reservations. The second that you make something a requirement, then not only do people feel the need to go maybe when they wouldn't have, but also they feel compelled to stay all day because it's their one of 2 reservations that they have, so they might as well make it worth it. So is that making it more crowded? Because we've always had, prior to the pandemic, no reservations and it was fine. Now, other people are arguing that social media has made Disneyland more popular and more trendy and more of a foodie experience, which it has evolved into something that's more cultural as opposed to all about the rides, etc. Honestly, I don't know. What is your opinion? Let me know in the comments.